All right, welcome to part 4, the last notes, the last thing you're going to learn with variables and expressions in this section. So on this, you've already finished right up here in part 3, that's where you left off. And now we're just continuing on with part 4. And what it wants us to do is it wants us to finish the tables, extend the tables of values, so it means just finish up the tables. And then they want us to write an expression based off the pattern we see. All right? So between the variables a and b, g and h for each one. So we're going to have 4 different equations for each table. So what we're going to do here is let's see if we can find a pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's increasing by 1. But down here, 4, 8, 12, 16. So I'm going to look and do what's called finding the difference. So when I look here and I'm finding the difference between 4 and 8, I'm discovering that in this case, it looks like it's going up by 4. I'm finding the difference between these values. So if it's going up by 4, the next number then, what do you think is going to be? 16 plus 4, what do you think it's going to be? 20, right? And then add 4 again, 24, 28, 32. It's going up by 4. So when I found the difference, that was the pattern. The pattern says going up by 4. So in this case, I was able to complete the table by adding 4 in each situation. Well, what's my variable? My b, my answer to b, is when I add 4. All right? So we're going to look at this carefully to write our equation. So if we look then, I'm adding 4 and I was able to complete the table. Now what I want to do is I want to figure out what am I doing to A to get my B? All right? What's happening to 1 to get 4? What am I adding or what am I multiplying that's the same for each situation? All right? So if I look here, what am I doing to the 2 to get the 8? What am I doing to 3 to get the 12? To the 4 to get the 16? All right? So I'm looking here and I see that, well, what if I multiply? 1 times 4 is 4. Well, what's 2 times 4? Does that work too? Yeah, 8. So what I'm doing is I'm multiplying A by 4. So 4 times A is giving me this bottom B answer. So essentially, you were filling out the tables and the notes before, we're kind of working backwards. Instead of be given the equation and filling out the table, we're trying to use the table to get the equation. So look right here, let's see if we can find a pattern again. 11, what's the difference? How is this changing? Going up by tens. It's going up by tens. All right, so by going up by tens, I know this will be 51, 61, 71, 81. Okay, so that part's good. So now we got to think, what am I doing to G to get H? What am I doing to G to get H? So let's look at this. Let's think. All right. For some of you, it would be easier. For others, this would be hard stuff, and that's okay. But really, I'm doubling my 5 and adding 1. Doubling 5. So by doubling 5, I get 10. Add 1, there's my 11. Well, let's see if that works for all of them. 10, double the 10. So now I got 2 10s, that's 20. And add 1. So I'm going to double my G and add 1. So 10 times 2 is 20. Plus that 1, there's my 21. Double 15, I get 30. And add 1, there's my 31. All right? This is the hardest part. I'm just doing this with you so you can see how we can write equations. This is like your first exposure to this. So if you don't got it yet, that's okay. Just kind of be with me on this. All right? Let's look at some more examples. We'll do them together. A potato chip contains 10 calories. All right? So let P equal the number of chips. So peas, 1 chip, 2 chip, 3 chip, 4 chip. Let C equal the calories. So 1 chip is how many calories? 10. 2 chips is how many calories? 20. 3 times 10. All right, we get 30. So it looks like what I'm doing is to find the calories, I'm just multiplying my P by 10. And I like, instead of saying P times 10, I'm going to put 10 times P. I like to put the number in front. And this also can just be written 10P. So 10P, if there's nothing in between, that means multiply automatically. So 4 times 10, 40. 5 times 10, 50. 6 times 10, 60. 70, and then my 80. Let's look at this last one. A can of dog food costs 50 cents, 0.5. Now let's let X equal the number of cans of dog food. C is the cost. So 1 can, 2 can, 3 can. Complete the table below. So my cost, my equal sign just doesn't look good there. My cost is 50 cents, 0.5, times the number of cans I'm buying, all right, which is X, all right? So, and I can rewrite this, 0.5X. So, 1 can is going to be 50 cents, 2 cans, $1, 3 cans, $1.50, 4 cans, and if you see, we can multiply it. 4 times 0.5 is 2. But there's a pattern. It's going up by 50 cents. So then we can also just make it go up by 0.5. 3.5, 4. All right? So each can costs 50 cents. 50 cents per can. So if I have 10 cans, 0.5 times 10, it's going to be $5. All right. So finally, let's look at a couple more. Problems, story problems. All right. I'm going to do one, and then you're going to do one. Okay. And you can use your notes to figure out if you round up or down. If tickets for a concert cost $14 each, how many can you buy for $85? Let T equal the number of tickets. So how many tickets can I buy? T with a little curl, because it'll look like a plus sign if we don't have that little tail there. Equals, well, I got 85 total dollars. So 85 for 14 tickets each. What is that? 85 divided by 14. 6.07. All right, it's the 6.07. Well, the problem is I can't buy a ticket with 7 cents, or I can't buy 0.07 of a ticket, right? So instead, I'm going to round down, because remember, when you buy, round down. So 6 tickets, and I'm writing the word tickets because that's what I'm buying. How many $2 tickets did you need to sell? So remember, when you sell, round up. So to raise $25. So T is your number of tickets. All right. And I need to make 25 for $2 each. And I'm going to let you finish this. You can show me this before you move on. Once you're done with the notes, all right? Once you're done with the notes, you got some work that you can do right here as you're doing the work. If you're stuck and you need help, okay, just ask. All right, we got all these pages that at any point you're stuck, especially with the story problems, ask and we'll help you out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be around the room to help you out. Take care.